If you don't want to harvest it, don't plant it. The devil is fighting. I know you. I know your plan. He knows nothing. Whatever you say, you have opened yourself up to be harvested, to be investigated, to be checked. You have opened yourself up to be exploited, explored and exploited by anybody. This is why social media is very dangerous. What's on your mind? Everybody, you know what you're doing on. Excuse me? You are protecting yourself and at the same time exposing yourself. No wonder we talk about evil eye. Evil eye cannot see what they don't see. Evil eye cannot attack what they have no access to. Stop creating a narrative you don't want to see. That something happened twice doesn't make it a pattern. Disrupt the pattern. It's a dysfunction that's been created. Don't enable it. So we enable evil, negativity with our thought process and the way we speak. Nobody has access to your future except God. But we know by the word that He's giving us access by His Spirit. So you're the only one that has access to your future. And you are the only one that will give outsiders, including your enemies, access. And so be wise. Protect yourself. Protect your information. Protect your plans. Protect your future. Because it's in your hands. God. If you open it up, you've literally breached the protocol and the duty of care that God has on you. The hedge of protection is removed because you are the one that leaked the secret. It's a secret unless you tell it. I hope it makes sense. My daughter came home today and she says, Mom, I've been trying to book something, and what I notice is that each time I try to book it, I get ill. And every time I do it, I get ill. And then she said it again. I'm worried that if I try to book it again, and on the day that I'm supposed to do that, I will get ill or fall ill. I said to her, stop creating the narrative. If you don't want to harvest it, don't plant it. If you don't want to see it, don't say it. We run into trouble when we say what we said we don't want to see. What you don't know is that every word you say is watered. By the water of the word, we get sanctified. So God speaks and it comes to pass. What you don't understand is that you have the creative ability. Everything you say is a seed. And if you don't want to harvest it, don't plant it. And that's, I was saying to her, I said to her this evening, whether you sparingly sowed it or you sowed it well. Listen, whatever you sow, you shall reap. And if you sow corruption, you reap corruption. If you sow negative word, you will read negative word. Unfortunately, we have these automatic thought processes that can be negative, which must be interrupted. That dysfunction of consistent negative thinking pattern must be disconnected and disrupted by planting new, positive kind of thoughts. You have to be intentional and be aware that you think that way. When you're aware that you think that way, you reframe it. When those kind of thought process approach, you challenge them by putting your thoughts on trial. What is it for and against evidence that this is the narrative, this is the issue? If you don't have any proof that that is your reality, you better change it. Stop that thinking pattern because it's going to create a future you don't like. Put your thought on trial. Play the judge, the jury, and give the verdict. Put the defense counsel. By the time you do everything, that way you are seeing things from different perspectives. And it gives you the power of control over your choices. All right? So I said to her this evening, stop creating that narrative. You are the one that creating it. And the more you say it, if I get to the spiritual aspect, I said, before you say it, ensure that it's not something you want to harvest. And she said, it's true. I brought it to the spiritual understanding. Scripture tells us that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered the heart of man what God has in store. But it's revealed to us. In other words, we are the only ones that have access to our tomorrow because it's revealed by the Spirit of God to us. The devil is fighting. I know you. I know your plan. He knows nothing. He knows nothing. We are portals. Our mouth, our eyes, our gates. Whatever you say, you have opened yourself up to be harvested, to be investigated, to be checked. You have opened yourself up to be exploited, explored and exploited by anybody. This is why social media is very dangerous. What's on your mind? Everybody, you know what you're doing on. Some of us expose our secrets. Some of us expose our future. Some of us expose our tomorrow. Some of us expose things that have never been known. Excuse me? You are protecting yourself and at the same time exposing yourself. No wonder we talk about evil eye. Evil eye cannot see what they don't see. Evil eye cannot attack what they have no access to. They can only attack what they don't understand. But their precision is hampered. Their ability to know what to attack, it's questionable because they don't know what to attack. You can only, the enemy can only pull down what they have access to. And so I'm saying to her, stop creating that narrative. Book your stuff, zip it up, and go and take that thing and watch it come out. You'll be shocked that when you do it that way, that narrative that you created or that had happened, because it's repeated, the pattern is causing you to create the narrative, and then it's anxiety induces it. You literally calling it into being. Calling those things that are not as though they are. Anxiety inducing by bringing forth your thought process. So I said to her, disrupt that dysfunction. Do what you have to do and go get your result. You'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Pass it. Do your stuff. Move on. Stop giving the enemy access into your future. Your mouth is a portal. That's what they're waiting for. Which is why a false prophet or an evil or a witch, a manipulator, will come to you, tap you, and tell you what is in the past. And once they tell you what's in the past, you say, oh, how do you know? Of course, the past is open. The past is everywhere. So once somebody tells you what's in the past, you said, Ezioku, is what you've said, Ezioku, is a confirmation of what is in the past. And then you proceed by saying, even I'm thinking of, with the minute you do that, you have permissively opened your life to be exploited. And this is what a lot of us don't know. I did this when the Lord literally said, by my spirit. It's not by power, it's not by my might, but by the Spirit of God. He said, stop doing this. And I knew when God speaks. I stopped posting my children. Honestly, I did. And when that came, I knew there was something going on. I stopped posting my children on social media. Yes. When my son was taking his AS exams, his BMAT exams, UCAT exams and stuff, the Lord warned me strictly not to, and I didn't. My son got into Oxford. He did his first year, second year. I did not say a word. You should know that sometimes we expose our ammunitions to the enemy. And when the enemy attacks what our armors, what are you going to fight for? What are you going to fight with? Yeah? So I said to my daughter this evening, stop creating a narrative you don't want to see. That something happened twice doesn't make it a pattern. Disrupt the pattern. It's a dysfunction that's been created. Don't enable it. So we enable evil, negativity with our thought process and the way we speak. So I thought to share it. Nobody has access to your future except God. But we know by the word that He's giving us access by His Spirit. So you're the only one that has access to your future. And you are the only one that will give outsiders, including your enemies, access. And so be wise. Protect yourself. Protect your information. Protect your plans. Protect your future. Because it's in your hands. God. If you open it up, you've literally breached the protocol. And the duty of care that God has on you, the hedge of protection is removed because you are the one that leaked the secret. It's a secret unless you tell it. I hope it makes sense. The word is not for the wise. Mommy, you okay?
Yeah.
This is Mom. Where is she? There. I know I have to hear your voice. This is Mom, man. Hey. I can really see your boobies. I see your eyes. You're looking like a cat in there. So that's how we learn. And we learn the soft way. Yeah. So I just want to finish up by saying, when we talk about exposing yourself and giving access to people, it's not just the public. This can happen to people close by. The funny thing is that the people that will get at you are not necessarily strangers because they don't know where you put your head. They don't know where you lay your head. Read it even in the scripture and in life. Majority of the people that are sent to betray, to buy, to destroy, to castigate, to breach, and to hurt are usually people that are known to you. So strangers can buy somebody and pay hitmen. Or in fact, people close to you are the ones that will pay hitmen to hit on you. Go butu, man. People say go butu, man. So strangers don't really know much, except the criminals, maybe kidnappers that just doing it. But the people that hurt intentionally, the intent, when we talk about intent, are the people close to you, and they then pay strangers to carry out their evil intentions. It will not work for you as long as you keep your mouth zipped. Whatever you are doing, keep it sealed. Nobody needs to know the plan until it's hatched. Even when it's hatched in its infant age, you don't need to open up. You don't need to. Carry. Why does it call them? Things have changed. I keep saying this. It's no longer business as usual. Don't make it usual. Protect your image. Protect yourself. Protect your dreams. Protect your child. Protect what you have. Those are your treasures. Selah. My name is Amazing.